Sparkle Squad, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jasmine and welcome to my channel. Today's video, I will be sharing with you guys how to do a 3-turn. And this video was requested and I'm really excited to show you guys how to do a 3-turn in figure skating. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so before I teach you guys how to do a 3-turn, I'm going to go over all of the different 3-turns that are possible. So in total, there are 8 different 3-turns that we do in figure skating. So I'm going to start with the right leg and then I'll show you guys what we have on the left leg. So first we have a right forward outside 3-turn. And then we have a right forward inside 3-turn. And then we have a right back outside 3-turn. And then we also have a right inside 3-turn, right back inside 3-turn. So then on the left foot, we have a left forward outside 3-turn. And then we have a left forward inside 3-turn. And then we have a left back outside 3-turn. And then the final 3-turn that we have is a left back inside 3-turn. Okay, so before starting to learn a 3-turn, what we want to make sure that we have solid is we want to make sure that we have our 1-foot glides very solid. So we want to be able to do 1-foot glides on both feet nice and solid. And we also want to be able to do backward 1-foot glides on each foot nice and solid as well. Okay, so the next thing that is really important to have is our edges. So we have to have all 8 of the basic edges nice and solid before starting our 3-turn. So the edges that we are going to need is our left forward outside, and then we are also going to need our right forward outside. And then we are going to need our right forward inside, and then our left forward inside. And then for our backward edges, we are going to need our right back outside, and then our left back outside. And then we are also going to need our left back inside and our right back inside. And you want to make sure that you have all of those edges nice and solid before starting your 3-turns. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to start off with is we're going to start off with a super simple, like a 2-foot 3-turn. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do it on this line on the ice, but what we're going to do is we are going to skate forwards like so. We're going to do a 2-foot glide. We're going to bend our knees and we're going to bring our arm in front of us. So you want to like twist our body. So right now I'm going to be turning to my left. So I'm going to put my right arm in front of me. You always want to do the opposite one. So if I was turning to the right, I would have my left arm in front of me. So what we're going to do, so since I'm turning to the left right now in my turn, I'm going to go, I'm going to glide, I'm going to have my right arm in front of me, my left arm behind me. I'm going to bend my knees. And then I'm just going to do a 2-foot 3-turn, and while I'm doing that 3-turn, I'm going to switch my arms. So I'm going to be doing like this motion right here, like that. And when we want to go into the turn with bent knees, we do the turn and we're going to kind of straighten our knees, and then we're going to bend them again after we come out of the turn. And it's also very important to like check your shoulders. You're going to switch them like this. You don't want to take them with you because you can't do a turn like this. Because if you do that, then you're just going to fall out and you're not going to be able to do the turn properly. So you always want your shoulders to be open the way that you were facing. So if you're turning this way, your shoulders should always be facing that way and you should be open. So we're going to work on that. And we're going to go do that again. So we're going to do 2-foot glide. Right in front, left arm in the back, but bend our knees, straighten, and then bend again. And we're going to do that both directions, so I'll go do it the other way too. So for the other direction, I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to turn, and I'm gonna bend my knees again. And then we also wanna work on doing that backwards for when we do our backward 3 turns. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna glide backwards, and same thing, since I'm turning this way, my shoulders are facing this way, and I'm gonna turn. And then if I'm turning the other way around, then I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna turn. And it's almost the exact same. All we're gonna do is we're just going to glide backwards with our feet and straighten and then bend again. Okay, so now we are going to take the same concept, and what we're going to do is we're going to start and do that turn on an edge. So we are going to take a line, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a lobe with our turn. So when we are doing our forward 3 turns, we want to pretend like your arms are hugging the circle. So that's how you remember that you always want your arms the same way that you're turning. So you're going to go, you're going to push, 2-foot glide, and you're going to wait all the way till you're top of the circle, and then do your turn, and then wait until you make it back to your line. When you're doing a 3 turn, you don't want to go here and turn super early, because then you have to wait all of this time to make it back to the line. And sure, it might be easier to do on 2 feet, but when we're going to do our 1-foot 3 turn, that's going to be really, really difficult. So you want to make sure that you're always turning at the very top of the circle. Another thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to turn too late. So you don't want to go here, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then turn too late, because that'll also make it more out of control, and you want to make sure that all of your turns are super controlled when you're doing them. So again, what we're going to do, we're going to be standing on our line. So since I am turning to the left, I'm going to have my right arm in front of me, my left arm behind me. I'm going to be in a T-stop position. I'm going to push, 2-foot glide, and then my arms are going to stay hugging the circle, and I'm only going to twist like my lower body. My arms, think about them as they're not even moving at all. So that's what you're going to be doing in your 3 turn. So if we do that on the other foot, what we're going to do is we're going to go like this in our T-stop. We're going to push, wait to the middle, and then do our turn. Now, for when we do our back 3 turns, the arm placement is going to be a little bit different, because this time we are going to be facing away from the circle. So when we do our backward ones, we're not going to be facing in the circle, because then if we do our 3 turn, then we're going to be stuck and we're not going to know where we're supposed to go. So when we do our backward ones, our arms are going to be outside of the circle, and we're going to turn, and we're going to glide all the way back to the line. Again, you want to make sure that your turn is right at the top of the circle. You don't want it too early or too late, because then you're going to have to wait super long. So then again, what we're going to do is we're going to do that the other way, outside, turn. Like that, and we're going to work on that, and once we get more comfortable, then we can start working on our 1-foot 3 turns. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we're going to do a almost like beginning 3 turns. So what we're going to do is we're going to be on our line like this, and we are going to get into our T-stop position with our arms hugging our circle, and we are going to start off with our left forward outside 3 turns. So what we're going to do is we are going to push, 1-foot glide, put our foot down, and then do our 3 turn, and then we're just going to do a 2-foot glide all the way back to the line. And again, make sure that your turn is at the very top of the circle, 1-foot glide, put your foot down, and then do a 3 turn on your 2 feet, and then glide 2 feet back all the way to your line. And then we're going to do that as our right forward outside 3 turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here, and we're going to bend our knees, we're going to push, 1-foot glide, put our foot down, and then 2-foot 3 turn. And then we're going to glide on 2 feet all the way back to the line, and I'll do that one more time. Like this, 2 feet, and do our 3 turn. Now, we're also going to need to do this for our insides, because obviously you need to work on insides as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start like this, bend our knees, 1 foot, 2 feet, turn, and then glide 2 feet all the way back to the line. We're going to do that on the other foot as well. So we're going to go like this, T-stop, 1 foot, 2 feet, turn, and then glide 2 feet all the way back to the line. Now we're going to work on our backwards ones. So for when we do our backward 3 turns, I'm going to start with the outside ones. So I am going to start off with my right back outside 3 turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand right here, and for this, we're just going to like push our foot out. So when you think of that, I'm going to come a little bit closer so that you guys can see my feet. So we're going to be standing on our line like this, and then when we push, we're going to like turn it to the side, and we're going to use the side of our foot to push us, because we're not going to be able to do like a T-stop. So what we're going to do, this foot that we're going to be gliding on is going to stay nice and straight in the ice, and then this foot is going to be like pigeon-toed in. You're going to bend your knees, and you're going to use this to push yourself like that, and that is how we're going to be doing our glide into our 3 turn. So now that we know how to do that, what we're going to do, we're going to go back to our line, and I'm going to start with our right back outside 3 turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into our position, and our arms are actually going to be like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to push, and we're going to do here, and then do our 3 turn at the top of the circle. I'll do that one more time. We are going to go here, and then we're going to push, 1 foot glide, 2 foot, 3 turn, and then glide 2 feet all the way back to the circle. And then we're going to do that on the other foot as well, do our left one. We're going to go here, push, 1 foot, 2 foot, turn, 2 foot glide all the way back, and I'll do that one more time. Like so. And those are for our outside ones. So now when we go and do our inside ones, we are also going to do the same push. So we're going to be standing on our line like this. We're going to pigeon toe the one that we are not using. We're going to use that to push ourselves off onto our inside edge. So we're going to go here, and we're going to pigeon toe this foot in, and I'm going to do my right back inside 3 turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to push inside 2 feet, and then 3 turn, and we're going to glide on 2 feet all the way back to the line. And then on the other foot, we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to pigeon toe our foot in, and we're going to push 1 foot, 2 feet, turn, and then a 2 foot glide all the way back to your line. Okay guys, so now what we are going to do is we are going to add an extra step into what we were just doing before. So now what we are going to do is we are going to do our push. So we're going to go here, and I am going to start off on my left forward outside one. So we're going to go here, push, 1 foot glide, 2 foot, 3 turn, and then we're going to 1 foot glide all the way back to the line, just like that. So we're going to do that one more time, and this is going to help us get more used to that. We go here, 2 foot, 3 turn, and then 1 foot glide all the way back to the line, and then we're going to repeat that on the other foot as well. So what we're going to go and do is we're going to do 1 foot glide, 2 feet, and then 1 foot all the way back to the line. And then what we're going to work on is now we are going to do those on inside edges. So what we are going to do is we're going to go like this, 1 foot, 3 turn, like that. And also another thing that you want to make sure is that you want to make sure that you are lifting up the same foot for both times. It might be confusing at first, but you want to make sure that even if you put your foot down, you still pick up the same foot after, because that's how we're going to be doing it on our 3 turn. So I'm going to do the inside one again on the other foot. So what we're going to do is we're going to push 2 feet and then 1 foot all the way back, just like that. And then we are going to be doing the backward ones now. So for backwards, we are going to do our push, 3 turn, and then lift our foot up. For backward 3 turns, you want to have your foot in front of you because it makes it a lot easier to do the turn. And then what we're going to do is we're going to repeat that on the next foot as well. So we're going to go here, and we are going to push, turn, and then 1 foot glide all the way back to the line. And then we're going to repeat that with our backward inside 3 turns. And what we're going to do is we're going to go here, and we're going to do our push, 2 foot, and then 1 foot all the way back to the line, like that. And then we're going to repeat that one more time on the last foot. So we're going to go here, 1 foot, 2 feet, turn, and then 1 foot again. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to be doing is we are going to be using the wall for this one. But what we're going to do is we're going to hold onto the wall with both hands, and we are going to stand on 1 foot. What we're going to do, bend our knees, we're going to do our turn and bend them. Turn and bend them. And we're going to work on that motion until we get comfortable with doing it. And then we're also going to practice that on the other foot as well. So we're going to start here, both arms at the wall, bend the knees, turn, and then bend. And you want to work on this motion until you get comfortable doing this, and this is going to help when we're doing our 3 turns. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to work on our turn on the line. So what we're going to do is we're going to glide, and we're going to do 1 foot. My arms, again, are facing the way that I'm going to turn. So let me start that again. What we're going to do is we are going to push, glide on 1 foot, and turn. And then we're going to continue gliding in that straight 1 foot line. And then we are also going to repeat that, but this time we are going to turn the opposite direction, like so. And then we're going to repeat those on the other foot as well. So we're going to go here, and then we also have the left forward inside one as well. And then we have our backward 3 turns. So what we're going to do for those is when we are doing our 1 foot glides, we're going to keep our foot in front of us because that makes it so much easier when you're doing your 3 turn. So actually I'm going to start over there. What we're going to do is we're going to glide, and again, like so. So remember, your arms are always going to be open the way that you're turning. And then we're going to try that again. We're going to go here on the other foot. And then we are going to be doing the inside ones. So we're going to go here, like so. And then we have 1 more, like that. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to work on is we're going to put everything together, and we are going to do a 3 turn. So what we're going to do is before we actually do our 3 turn, we are going to, I'm going to give you guys some tips of things that you should not do when you're doing the 3 turn. So when you're doing the 3 turn, you want your foot to be nice and stable, especially the forward ones, or if you're doing backward ones, you want it nice and stable in front of you. You don't want your foot like this, or like a flamingo foot, because then it's just going to like throw you off when you're doing your turn. And you don't want to do that. It also happens on the backward when you could do it like that, and you don't want to open it because those are just going to throw you off when you do it. Another thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to turn like too much before you do the turn. Like you don't want to go here and then turn, because that is just going to make it super uncontrolled, and you're going to like fall almost immediately after you do your turn. So you're going to go here. You don't want to do that because it's going to make you jerk your turn, and that is not what we want to do. So now, when we put everything together, we are going to do a nice 3 turn. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into our position, arm in front, arm in back, bend your knees, we're going to push, and we're going to do our turn on 1 foot and glide all the way back to the line. And then we are going to repeat that on the other foot as well, like this. And then we're going to do our forward inside 3 turns. So again, we're going to go like this, 1 foot glide, 3 turn, and hold all the way back to the line. And we're gonna remember to do everything on the other foot as well. So we're gonna go here, glide, turn, and glide all the way back to the line. And then finally, we're going to do all 4 of our backward turns. So we're gonna go back here, we're gonna push, and do our turn. And we'll repeat that on the other foot as well. And when you're doing your through turn, you don't want it to be you don't want to force it. You want it to be something that just happens naturally. You just want to let it go. You don't want it to be something that is super forced. So another thing that we're going to do is we're going to do our inside ones now. So we're going to go here, push, inside 3 turns like so, and then we are going to repeat that on the other foot as well. Like that. Okay guys, so this is the end of the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I want you guys to comment down below if you guys want me to do tutorials on anything else, but I hope that you guys enjoyed and this video was helpful for you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye!